Hey everybody, this is James with WSTrades.com. Wanted to provide you an update here on FSR or Fisker. Found an article here on NASDAQ.com and it says Fisker's risky strategy makes them stand out in the EV space. It says, is Fisker biting off more than it can chew? It's a fair question considering FSR stock is down more than 30% over the last 6 months. The fledgling electric vehicle company hasn't brought in any revenue yet. It hasn't built or sold a finished vehicle. But Fisker has embarked on a path that even its executives call quite unique. I get that Fisker is an appealing company, particularly for investors who are looking to get in on the ground floor of the next Tesla. Anyone who buys FSR stock at today's prices is hoping for a growth spurt that parallels Elon Musk's powerhouse. I mentioned when I wrote about Fisker last month that investors need to have a great deal of faith in the company to buy FSR stock, and they need to have a strong tolerance for risk because this is a ride that will see plenty of ups and downs. But if you take the time to look carefully at the risks, you may decide that FSR stock is one for you. Let's take a look at one of those quite unique factors that may make Fisker a risk or set it up for greater rewards. Fisker's twin approach. One of the most interesting things about Fisker stock is that the company is attempting to build 2 different vehicles at the same time. Rather than launching one EV and using the lessons learned to refine its processes, it's jumping in with both feet to build 2 distinct vehicles at the same time. Fisker is working with Magna International, or MGA, to build its first vehicle, the Fisker Ocean SUV. The vehicle is being built in Europe with a starting price of $37,499, a little upscale for SUV prices. The vehicle is expected to start rolling off assembly lines in Austria in the 4th quarter of 2022. Magna's proven capabilities, particularly in electric vehicles, form a strong basis to support Fisker with world-class engineering and manufacturing of the Fisker Ocean. At the same time, Fisker launched what it calls Project Pear for a second vehicle. That's an effort in conjunction with the Taiwanese manufacturer Foxconn to mass produce an electric SUV that will be priced at less than $30,000. If successful, that would open Fisker to a lucrative mid-sized SUV market. It would make more sense for a pre-revenue company like Fisker to focus its efforts on a single vehicle. There are inevitably mistakes, processes to refine, and best practices created. All of that makes a learning curve that makes the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th vehicles easier to produce. Even Tesla worked on one car at a time in its early days. The company, which was founded in 2003, launched its long-awaited Roadster in 2008. It wasn't until 2011 before it launched the prototype of its second car, the Model S sedan. Of course, there are differences as well. Tesla didn't become a public company until 2010. It also struggled through some legal issues and with cash flow and liquidity. Fisker went public through a SPAC merger before it made its first car. And while it's working on 2 versions of an SUV, it's already flirting with other models. It released an image of a pickup truck, and it has hinted at the idea of a coupe crossover and a sedan. CEO Henrik Fisker spoke to the company's multi-pronged approach during the company's August conference call with analysts. The ability to actually execute 2 different vehicle platforms in this stage as a startup company is quite unique. I think it really validates our strategy. I don't think there's any startup ever, even EV-US startup, that actually have developed or started to develop 2 platforms simultaneously, despite probably having some of them raised more than billions of dollars than we have. And I think it really shows the strength of our business model, the strengths of our team, and of course, the strength of our partnership, because we do have 2 different partners, and I think that really sets us apart. The bottom line on FSR stock. Fisker is trying to do something that is rarely, if ever, done. It's creating 2 completely different vehicles before bringing in any sales. That's tough and it's ambitious. Investors should prepare for a volatile ride with FSR stock. The company, if it's correct on its bet, could see rich rewards. You just have to decide your risk tolerance can stomach the trip. So let's take a look at some price action here on FSR or Fisker. Pretty good pump today, up over 3%. I actually went long on Fisker when they were almost oversold down here. The RSI was riding around 34, and I thought that was close enough and good enough for me to go long. That ended up being a very good choice, as the move has been a sharp uptick since then. So I definitely see Fisker making another run up here to $20 pretty soon. Last time I completed a swing trade on Fisker, I bought them below 10 and sold them at 20, so it was a nice 100% gain here. That was after the fat market sell-off we saw in May. Something very important here for Fisker, even though it's already made this very sharp move up, if you check out the TTM squeeze histogram here on the daily chart, you could see they were squeezing for a couple weeks, and then bam, today they fired to the upside. The RSI is at 59.13 right now, so we still have some room to run for the buyers to pile in and continue to drive this thing up before it gets into the overbought area. So I'm definitely bullish on Fisker right now. In the short term, I do believe in the near future they're going to make another run at $20. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated on FSR or Fisker. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.